Hey Gordon, what are you reading? Our podcast has started.
Oh, hi, Sarah, and welcome everyone to our podcast, In Words Insights on Governance and Sustainability. I'm reading something related to work. It's a report titled Corporate Disclosure on Business Integrity in ASEAN 2024. This was published by the Center for Governance and Sustainability at the National University of Singapore Business School.
Oh, and to our audience, CGS is the center that brings you this podcast too. So, the report was published in December 2024, and we are in early 2026 now. What is the relevance?
It has been 2 years, but the friction it highlighted is still something we are navigating here today. The study wasn't just a surface level survey, it was a deep dive into the top 50 listed companies by market capitalization in Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand.
That is 5 ASEAN nations and 250 companies in total.
Yes, and the business integrity studies go a long way back. Since 2016, CGS had partnered with different organizations such as ASEAN CSR Network and the Securities Investors Association Singapore to examine what listed companies disclose about their anti-corruption policies and strategies.
So, it's not about the integrity of these companies, but what they disclose about their measures to maintain integrity.
That's the focus.
Looking at the executive summary of the report, which has many statistics, there's a declining trend in disclosures. The overall average score for 250 companies was 64% in 2024, down from 69% in 2022.
It is the canary in the coal mine moment. If the biggest, most well-resourced companies in the region are losing momentum on their integrity disclosures, what does that say about the rest of the ecosystem? Integrity is not a one-and-done project. You can't just go to the gym once and stay fit for 4 years.
Yes, it has to be an ongoing effort. As people join and leave companies, it is important that the culture and policies support ethical practices.
The report suggested a shift in leadership focus from governance and business integrity towards sustainability and climate change in company statements. There are 3 assessing dimensions for business integrity, and the reporting and monitoring side of things is where companies are failing the most.
Let's look at the standout, though, because we need a bit of hope. Thailand. Thailand absolutely nailed it, an 80% score.
That is great. What Thailand-listed companies did well in comparison to other countries were their disclosure of leadership support of anti-corruption and disclosure on anti-corruption policy review and outcomes. It proves that when the C-suite makes ethics a priority, the whole organization responds. It trickles down. Another notable result is that only Indonesia-listed companies improved in their disclosures, with their average score increasing to 48% in 2024 from 44% in 2022.
Meanwhile, I see that Singapore companies were the only ones to have full disclosures on the 2 indicators of legal compliance and whistleblower protection. Another key point was that companies in almost all countries performed strongest in their internal commitment disclosures.
Well, integrity needs to be part of the corporate DNA. It starts with external commitments. If you are a procurement head, how are you selecting new agents and suppliers? Are you just looking at the price, or are you ensuring they follow your anti-corruption playbook?
And internally, let's talk whistleblowers. It is not enough to have a whistleblowing hotline. You have to keep the whistleblower in the loop. They need to feel their input is valued throughout the investigation process. Transparency shouldn't stop once the report is filed.
I think that is a tough pill for some companies to swallow. There is an old-school tendency to act in secrecy. We found a problem, we fixed it, don't worry about it. But the CGS findings argue that we have to move beyond that secrecy.
Definitely, because investors in 2026 aren't just looking at your profit margins, they are looking at your governance framework. They want to see that your commitment to anti-corruption is living and breathing.
It is about the show and tell. Since 2016, these reports have been a benchmark, and the 2024 data shows we are still far from the finish line. The region's top companies can't rely on their size to shield them anymore.
They need to foster a culture of accountability from within. Leadership has to set the tone, but it also takes collaboration between governments and civil society to make integrity the default setting.
So, if you are sitting in your office today, maybe it is time to ask, when was the last time we actually reviewed our anti corruption policy? Not just looked at it, but stress tested it.
Great question to end on. The 2024 Corporate Disclosure on Business Integrity Report is still a foundational read if you want to see where your firm stands against those regional benchmarks. And oh, are we expecting a 2026 edition by CGS?
The last I heard, the new edition will be out sometime in 2026. Let's keep a lookout for it. And to our audience, thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the numbers that are still shaping our professional world.
Thanks, and we'll see you in our next episode.